What's going on, guys? So one of the best way to do CPA marketing when you're just starting out, when you're a beginner, is to get into surveys. Surveys are extremely versatile. They can be promoted in many very interesting ways. They can be promoted on different mediums, and you're gonna get paid very, very quickly, as opposed to promoting some of the harder offers. And so, if you get into Offer Vault right here, and you pick right here, and you go in here and you choose survey. So if I clear this and I type survey right here, and regardless of the network, you're going to see lots and lots of different surveys. So if you scroll down, you have close to 1,500 surveys that you can promote across different networks. Now the question pops up is, which surveys can you promote? Are some surveys better than others? How do I hit the ground running without wasting time? And so this is exactly what we're going to be talking on this video today, is the best surveys to promote and the best way to promote them. And we can do that all without a website, without a landing page. We can do that using free tools. But in order to do that, in order to be successful using this method, you need to do a little bit of reverse engineering. And so here's what we're going to do. If you go into Google and you type something like 20 best surveys for money, you're going to have a lot of very interesting sites. Now, there's a couple of things you guys got to understand, is that this is an extremely competitive search phrase. So if there's a site that's going to be #1 for this, you can bet that they spent a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of resources with Google in order to be this high up. Maybe they're buying links. Maybe they have a very, very high quality domain. Maybe they have very high quality backlinks. Maybe it's a combination of all of the above. We don't really know. But what we do know is that they spent a lot of resources, because people are not born to be #1. They're not born and then the next day they're #1. So this site wasn't born yesterday. This site wasn't born yesterday. And this is actually a featured snippet. This is what it's called. So this thing is actually higher than this #1 result, right? So the Save the Student is actually... it's actually not even #1 here, right? It's actually right here. It has a featured snippet, but this is swiftsalary.com is #1. So this is even better. So Google feels that this particular URL is the best fit for this query. And that is because they, the people that interact with this URL and the kind of links that are pointing to this URL, Google feels that they're the highest quality. And so it feels this is the best result. And so if we open this up, we are going to see a site or a URL that the people who build this URL, they spent a lot of time and resources. And why did they do that? Well, obviously, they didn't do it just because it's fun, or they didn't do it because, they have nothing else to do. They did it because they know that all that resources, all that time, all that energy is an investment, okay? Because they're going to be making more money from these results. Otherwise, they would not be featured and the search result. They would not be featured in a featured snippet, or they would not be on the #1 page, because they feel that they're gonna make more money, and they probably are making a lot more money, because this site, like savethestudent.org, if we go to similarweb.com and we type that URL in, save the student, right there it is. We're gonna look it up, and I guarantee you the site is getting a lot of traffic. So as you can see, it gotten a little bit less than 1.5 million visits last month. So they're making a ton of money as a result of that featured snippet and being on the first page of Google. And so what does all of this mean? Why is this important? This is important because the surveys that they feature on this page, on this high quality page, high resource page, the page they spent a lot of time, are the surveys that they feel they're making the most money with. So this is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to take these surveys and we're going to be promoting them ourselves as well. And so here's what you need to do first. You need to go into Google Sheets and you need to create a blank spreadsheet. So I'm going to go in. We're going to do this together. And so you want to go ahead and create a brand new sheet. I'm going to call this surveys. And we really need one sheet. So we can delete this right here. We don't really need the second one. We can just delete it, just to simplify things. And this is going to be called surveys. Okay? And so what you need to do now is you need to get the content that they have here. So for instance, take a look at this one right here. This has 20. This is a list of 20 surveys, I believe. So if you scroll down, 20, oh, actually it's more, 25 surveys, okay? And so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take this content. There's a really good way of doing that. And I'm using a plugin called Scrape Similar. You can download it. It's a Chrome plugin. Just Google for it. Okay, I'm not gonna be explaining it because it's gonna make the video very long. And so once you have that plugin installed, all you need to do is right-click, Scrape Similar, and you're gonna get a list of all of these surveys. That's beautiful. We're gonna copy that, and we're gonna go back to our sheet here, and we're gonna call this name. Okay, and I'm gonna paste them. We're gonna remove that first result. We don't really need that. We're gonna delete that row. Now we have name. The next thing we wanna do is we wanna get a little bit of this text here. Okay, so we can get something like this. We can get something like this, and you can do the same thing, Scrape Similar, and there you go. We have a little bit of a description, right? So it says here, online community. Then it says one of the biggest survey panels, one of the biggest, and it says a huge variety. And so there you go. So we're gonna copy it to clipboard. We're gonna go back to our sheet, and we're gonna call this subtitle, something like this. We're gonna paste it. We're gonna delete that first one. And we're gonna do that. So you guys gotta double check because maybe some of them are not lined up correctly. You guys gotta double check to make sure things are working. I did check a couple. It looks like a lot of them are working, but you have to double check. So I'm just gonna leave it here. The next thing you want to do is you want to get maybe a little bit of a something else, right? You're not looking to get all of this, but you want to get maybe amount per survey, right? So I'm going to do Scrape Similar. And once I do that, I have for all 25 surveys, I have amount per survey. And we can get any of these fields by messing around with this. So for instance, amount per survey is here, but we can also get rewards if you want by just changing this, changing that. I like amounts per survey. We're going to copy that and we're going to go back. So I'm just going to say amount here, and I'm going to paste. I'm going to remove this. And we're going to move it up. And we have all 25 surveys. And this is a good start. We can have more if you want, but for now, this seems like a good start. I'm just going to delete this just to keep things very consistent. So now we have name, subtitle, amount. And like I said, guys, you can get more of this content. You can get anything that you want. Take a look at this. If you change this field here from 4 to 5, min reward, then you can change it to 6. You're going to get more stuff, right? Our review. You know, this is a great. You can make this as a summary. It's really up to you. But for now, this is fine. So we have name, subtitle, amount. Actually, maybe call this description here. And now we have our Google Sheet. Now, the next thing you guys want to do is you want to go to a site called spreadsimple.com. And this allows you to create a new website using your Google Sheet. So you want to paste your Google Sheet link. We're going to share it. We're going to make it get link. We're going to copy that. We're going to paste this right here. And we're going to hit continue. Okay? And what is it going to do is it's going to enable us to quickly and easily create a site. Look, it already did it for us. It already did it, right? So the name is name. Subtitle, we don't have a subtitle. The subtitle could be, it could be that description field. It could be something else. And then price is we have this price. We have amount per survey, and we can even, we can change it and stuff like that. And look, without even messing with it, it created a site for me. So what I want to do is I want to mess with the site. I want to customize it a little bit, which is very, very easy. Look, we have a design. We can go to header, show header, homepage intro. We have this thing. What you can guys do is you can upload a logo. You can do that, and you can search Unsplash for images. So for instance, I can type money, and I don't have to go out. It's going to automatically download it. So I can do something, maybe this one. Okay, this is actually our logo. So what I'm going to do is a cover image, right? So I can say money. And what do we have? We have the same thing. So if I click on it, we have money. And then I can change this. Top 20 surveys in top 20 best surveys. Something like this. And then you can change this. Here are our pick of the top 20 best surveys. Now, the one thing I just realized we haven't done is the URL. We need a link. So we need to go back here. We need to have another field. This is a must, right? So you really need 3 main fields: name, description, and the URL. The amount is an optional field. And for the URL, this is going to be your affiliate link. So I'm just going to put Google here, google.com. I'm going to select it, select this. I'm going to double click on that little corner, and it fills it in. And now we can go back and we can get this new content, right? So we have content here. If we scroll down, we can name this website, could be surveys, CPA surveys. Okay, we can do that. And so all you need to do is you need to scroll down. You have your content. You want to scroll down and you want this call to action here, right? So it says primary button settings. You can click on it and you can change the URL, right? And we need to get the URL from our newly created Google Sheet. And for that, all you have to do is go to content and click this refresh button. That's all you have to do. And now you're going to have your new URL. So it's using image as the URL. We don't want image. We want our call to action. So we're going to click on that button, and then we come in here, and then we can rename this button. This button could be check it out or learn more, whatever you want. Learn more. It's enabled. You can also have another button as well. You can change how it looks. This looks good. You can change the color. So maybe something blue. Let's try. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. That looks like a nice blue. You can make it a little bit darker. Something like this, learn more. You can customize everything that you see here. It's a link, primary. You can have a secondary style. I like primary better. And that is all that you need to do. Now you have a fully functioning site. So we forgot to save it. And we need to go back to the design, homepage content, homepage intro, and change our cover image. Okay, so we're going to upload that money cover image. We're going to hit money. And we're going to choose this right here. And now, yeah, we need to save everything. We're going to change this. The top 20 best survey sites. Something like this. Check out these best, survey sites. Something like this. You can hit save. And now you have a great site. So if you hit learn more, it's going to go to Google. But that's going to be your affiliate link. And like I said, you can have more content. So if you go to content, we don't have a subtitle. So we can make subtitle the description and remove it here. So that looks kind of better to me. And then you can have more text. So you can go back to this thing. You can go in here and you can choose our review, right? So this is our review. Look at this. We can copy it here. We can go back here and we can have it as text. So we can select these. We can move them over. And we can have a new one, text. Paste. Delete this. Drag it up by 1. And then we can refresh it. You can drag it here. Okay, we can drag it here and then we can refresh it. Go back to our site here, go back up, refresh it. And now we can say text is going to be text. Look at this one, online, our review amount per survey. You can even remove this amount per survey and just have, the amount. It's really up to you. But the point is you have a website. Now, I guess what's missing here is the image, right? Because if you go in here, right, they do have these images here. And so you can do scrape similar and that way you can get the images. And so once you're done, you can go back here and you can hit publish. Okay, you can publish it. You can connect to your own domain if you want. If you have a domain, you can connect it. It's no problem. You can just do CPA surveys.spread.name. You can hit, and there it is. Now your site is live on the internet. So you can even search it for Toluna. And you have even a search engine, Swag. You can disable that, right? Take a look at this, how beautiful it is. And you can have more content. You can have more this, and you are done, right? And when you leave this on the internet, Google is going to take notice and it's going to start indexing it and it's going to start sending traffic to it. And that way you can build a high quality site for surveys to promote any survey that you want once you find it in the affiliate network without breaking the bank, without having hosting, without having your WordPress installed. without trying to figure out which surveys to mimic, because all you have to do is execute the search and see what these big boys are doing, these top hitters, right? These like the whales, the people that get millions of visits every month. What kind of service are they promoting? We know why, but we don't know which service. We know why because they're making money with it. And now you have a live site on the internet, and then all you have to do is go on Facebook groups, forums. And the thing about surveys is that they're very popular with the make money online from home crowd. So all you have to do is go to one of these make money online, make money from home, these kinds of sites, not specifically entrepreneur, but kind of make money online, make money from home, and then you can easily promote this content there. All right, guys. So that is the method I wanted to show you guys today. You can get a lot of information from Google for 100% free without paying money for tools, without wasting any of your money. You just need to be a little bit clever, and that way you can get a lot of quality information for free, and you can mimic and copy the strategies that a lot of like these heavy hitters are doing. All right, guys, so I really hope you enjoyed this method. Like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet already. Thanks so much for watching, and I will talk to you real soon.